What ultimately got y'all caught?
Because, like you said earlier, if you didn't follow the rules, things go bad. Well, that person was hurt. Instead of going to a hospital in Philly, goes to a hospital here in Jersey, and that happens to be the cops are looking for someone that was shot or hurt. And here's this guy. So they're like, it ain't rocket science. They could figure it out easy, even though he had no bullet in him because the bullet went through both legs. He got hit with high power 9, went through him.
Wow.
And they figured it out, and then who hangs out with that guy? And little by little, they go to your mom and be like, hey, who hangs out with Joe all the time? Well, Joe's always out with Charlie, or who's always out with Jose? Well, okay, go find out Jose at. Find out, then find out their story, where they at.
Are you guys preparing for the case? Are you guys thinking about running, leaving town now?
Well, we're hoping at the time that they didn't know who it was. You know what I mean? Because, of course, we're covered up, and we said police, search warrant. That's what we used to do. We used to go in there with police badges, windbreakers, and the whole, police equipment, and act like we're law enforcement. But we did so many that people were like, you know what I mean? Like, they start at the wild, people were like, man, I don't think these guys are cops. Because, we did it too many times. But I got rid of everything. I had 4 days. Before I got arrested, I had 4 days. In 4 days, I built the house. You're not going to find anything in 4 days. Everything got wiped down. And I always had plastic. When we do a job, we always, not my place, but we use a place, the bottom floor, in the basement or whatever. And we'll have plastic on the floor. So that way, take everything off, throw it down. And we always had light clothes underneath. So that way, if something happened in the street, you just dump off the black clothes and you just start walking like a normal person. Regular clothes underneath. Your sneakers might be black, but the rest of you light clothes. And if you have any gunpowder residue, you dump in that with the clothes. Carry some wipes and wipe off a little bit if you have to and keep rolling. And you always keep at least $20 in your pocket for a taxi. $20, catch a cab, you have to.
So ultimately, you get arrested. Can you take us through that trial?
Well, that trial was very. I didn't want the family going through all that trouble, man, because I didn't want to cause them more problem. You know what I mean? We were way wrong. The man was trying to protect his family. He didn't do anything wrong. Everything he did was right. You know what I mean? He had I gotta give him props, he had balls big as hell, because who the hell, you got men in there with machine guns and all this, and he's still attacking them, and all you got is a knife. You know what I mean? So he didn't, like I said, he's not the bad guy. We were the bad guys. We were in his house,
Yeah.
So when we get arrested, the guys took a deal before I did. Because I actually did 3 years from with the trial, three and a half years from with the trial. And the guys took a deal, 30 with a 15 back then. That's how you get it, 15 stiff. You got to do 15, then you got to do parole. And then they were supposed to testify against me if I go to trial. So I was like, I don't know for sure. My man, Jose was like I said, my brother. I'm like, I know he ain't going to testify against me. Then you had Doc, and then you had Eli. So I'm like, I don't know, 50-50 maybe. But I know for sure that Jose was not going to testify against me.